Hey guys, Poverty Point Customs here. Did a video a month or two ago regarding my faulty oil pressure gauge. If you look back at some of my previous videos, I had disconnected the line going to the oil pressure gauge, and I did have oil coming out of it, showing that I did have oil pressure. However, the gauge isn't working, so I just got a new one. Nuts to hold the gauge in. One thing I ended up doing, in order to be able to screw in my oil line, I actually had to loosen up the nuts on the oil pressure gauge so it stuck out a little bit to give me enough room to put the oil line in and tighten it up. There's a view of the new oil pressure gauge. And one thing with the new gauges, right here you can actually put in a 12-volt light bulb and wire it up. So I do have new gauges for my amp meter, new gauges for my hour meter, the RPM gauge, or they call it the proof meter. So I'll be installing those at a later date. And the next step is to start it up and actually see if we have oil pressure. This will be the first time that I've had an oil pressure gauge working in this tractor. Alright, so let's start it up and actually see if we have any oil pressure gauge. So again, this tractor hasn't been started for at least a week, if not longer, probably a week and a half. So this is a cold start, and again, this is the first time that I actually see what type of oil pressure gauge this tractor does have. So I'll put the choke on a little bit, make sure the tractor's in neutral, give it a little bit of gas. So as you can see, when it's revving up, it's in the high 20s, which is not bad. Again, here's the old gauge. This has probably been in there for quite some time. There's a back view of it. It's fairly rusty. The bolts are all bent and whatnot. So this is just a short video on installing the new oil pressure gauge. Again, it's great to see that I actually do have oil pressure in the tractor, and the next step is the new amp gauge and the proof meter. So that will be probably in the next few weeks. I'll be doing a video on those. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I just wanted to do a little demo on installing a new oil pressure gauge, and it is great to know that I actually do have decent oil pressure. Again, this is a cold start. I'll do another video later on to actually see if the oil pressure gauge goes up a little bit when it's warmed up. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day and take care.